Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Here we are, the two of us.
Yeah.
If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads of stuff on there. New stuff coming as well, which we're just throwing the ideas around. A potential In-Betweeners series.
Maybe. Yeah, it's an idea.
Yeah, you've never seen it, have you?
No.
And I think it's one of the funniest things that's been on TV. So it could be a good shout. That.
Yeah, well,
we'll have a look
we'll
at that.
see then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you know about P. Diddy?
Well, I think he's been a very naughty boy, hasn't he? Allegedly.
I know he's in a lot of shit, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know the extreme details of this case or anything, but I know there's been a lot going on lately in
I'm trying to follow the
house
story,
raids and all sorts. But
when you're following a story on X, it's kind of like you go in all kinds of different directions with conspiracy theories and fake stories and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of shit going down. I know that.
Yeah, I usually wait till it's maybe on something like the BBC News, and I think, right, well, they usually got a good handle on things in general. Yeah. So,
well, let's unless you Edwards is reading the news, then
well, less said the better.
Probably straight from a P Diddy whiteout party. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is the new disturbing details emerging about the Diddy scandal. I think what we do is this is so watch Mojo sort of thing, so it'll probably be pretty mild and give us a rough idea. What we want to do is try and find out what the rough idea is or what's going on, what the up to date sort of scenario is. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
From his $48 million Miami mansion to hell on earth where chaos reigns.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the latest developments surrounding the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs following a grand jury indictment. Warning, some of the information contains distressing details.
Combs has pled not guilty. Those were the only words he uttered in court yesterday.
Hell on earth prison conditions.
The music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
Following his
what a fall from I wouldn't say grace, because what he's done some shit, bad by the sounds of it, right? But what's happened is you're going around the world in private jets, living the life of a king, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're in prison.
Oh, it's a huge difference, isn't it? What was it, like $48 million mansion or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he tried to post something like $50 million bail, didn't he? And he refused it.
Oh, really?
So he's got no bail. So he's been binned up in this I think it's in New York. This is it. This hell on earth prison. But what a fall! Imagine going from anything you want to getting nothing you want.
Oh, it's absolutely huge, isn't it? Yeah. But I mean, it tends to happen, doesn't it? You know, the rich and the famous. Sometimes, you know, not mentioning names, but they tend to feel that they're untouchable, don't they? And they can get away with absolutely anything.
I just seem to think it's not me that's thinking this. What I'm reading, this is going to open. It's a massive spider's web. This of all kinds of shit that's going on. Yeah,
we've had one over ages starting now with Al Fayed, haven't we? Mohammed Al Fayed. You know, and everything going on at Harrods there over the years, which I think some people knew about, but
it's the ones that know about it that are in power. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what more they've got to say.
His arrest for racketeering, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in relations for money. Rapper and music magnate Sean Diddy Combs is being held in Brooklyn's notorious Metropolitan Detention Center, commonly referred to as the MDC.
I've had clients describe MDC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
The facility has long been infamous for its troubling conditions, which include rat infestations, rampant violence, and understaffing.
And violence is not the only issue. Accusations of medical neglect, staffing shortages, smuggling of drugs, some allegedly facilitated by employees.
There have also been instances of falling concrete, freezing temperatures, and, quote, busted cells. Moreover, the prison has seen its share of inmate deaths, including incidents of prisoners taking their own lives.
It is a horrible.
I was just curious if this where Jeffrey Epstein was.
I'm not sure actually.
I'm not going to say anything other than found dead.
No, best not really.
Yeah, but it's because it's one of them. If you've got a lot of the stuff that they're alleging here is that Combs has got like loads of stuff on other celebrities.
Yeah,
and he was using it for a blackmailing sort of like ring and different things.
That's what you do think sometimes, isn't it? You know,
and racketeering with what he was doing.
Yeah,
but at the same time, that a lot of people will want you dead. They'll want you gone.
Just in case you blow the whistle.
People of power, and
absolutely,
obviously Epstein, had that sort of like had that leverage over people as well. As I don't know how much P Diddy's got over a lot of these people. But by the sounds of it, by what the word is on the street sort of thing, he's got a lot.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, people like this, people with money having, You can see him having parties and things like that.
Yeah.
The people that they attract there is the rich and the famous, politicians, judges, people like that.
It's all good and well when it's
all
on the
sorts.
go, innit? But once it all sort of snowballs out of control and rolls out like this, and someone starts getting charged, and he's looking for spending the rest of his life in prison.
Exactly. The fence at the front looked a bit small to me, actually, for a prison. It didn't look that secure, but anyway.
Horrible place.
Despite multiple reports of human rights violations, the MDC remains a primary holding facility for high-risk detainees, housing up to 1,600 inmates, including the likes of cartel kingpins and other dangerous criminals.
It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here.
Diddy is hardly the first celebrity to be locked up at the MDC, as past high-profile detainees include Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, Pharma bro Martin Shkreli, and Nexium cult founder Keith Raniere, among others. Combs's lawyers have argued that the facility is not fit for pre-trial detention, specifically citing the recent string of detainee deaths.
Now arguing for him to be moved to a prison in New Jersey in the lead up to this trial, citing the prison's poor conditions, violence, and deaths.
Denied bail twice.
Thing is, as well, I don't want to keep because we're trying to find information. I've got to give what I think about it as well, what you think about it.
Yeah.
But one of these things where you've got to be like a little bit of a... As soon as other inmates see who you are that's come in, you're high profile, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, huge. Absolutely massive.
And everyone knows he's got a lot of money.
Yeah, multi-millionaire.
So once he's got that, people will try and leverage. People will try and do the opposite to him, like reverse the deal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you want to be safe in here, mate, then it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be loads of that going on, without a doubt.
Yeah, mad.
Look, he has limitless funds. He can hop on his plane. He can go anywhere in the world. The defense says, look, he gave up his passport. He came to New York willingly.
Despite the poor conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center, the rap mogul will remain detained there. This after a judge denied his appeal for bail for a second time.
So this is the second judge, his second attempt to get bail, and he offered all kinds of things that I haven't heard before and still got turned down.
On September 18th, 2024, Judge Andrew Carter upheld the previous decision to deny bail, rejecting a $50 million bond secured by Combs's team. The judge cited the disgraced businessman's history of violence, substance use, and the potential for witness tampering. Prosecutors successfully argued that Combs is also a flight risk and alleged that the victims identified so far represent only a small portion of a much larger operation. They also accused Combs of coercing victims through violence, such as, quote, slamming their heads into car windows, and claimed he has recently attempted to contact individuals connected to the case. The fear is that he would continue to do these things.
They couldn't prove that he's not a danger to the community and that he couldn't corrupt the case by trying to reach out to victims, something that the prosecutors have said he had tried to do multiple times.
Combs's defense team had proposed strict conditions for his release, including oversight by a private security team and restrictions on female visitors, but the judge found these measures insufficient. Following the ruling, Combs's lawyer Mark Agnifilo expressed disappointment, saying, quote, things did not go our way today. However, he vowed to continue pushing for Diddy's release along with a...
I don't know how much time a lawyer would get with his client every day. Or do you get everyday access? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because any information could be fed through the lawyer, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And if the lawyer knows a load anyway, and if he tells him, he might give the list to a lawyer.
Yeah.
They don't like say these are the people you need to contact and explain this situation to them. This is what I'm in, the situation I'm in.
Yeah.
And this is the situation they could be in if they don't act on certain things.
Yeah.
But then I don't know how that jeopardizes his safety in not the lawyer's safety, but his safety inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Certainly, having contact with the sort of like lawyer. I mean, you wouldn't have thought it'd be every day. You think that'd be quite a bit too much. I mean, if all the prisoners in remand, having a lawyer every single day to talk to,
chaos, wouldn't it?
Be staff overload, wouldn't it? Because they have to be there and they have to escort them there and things like that. So, from a practical point of view, probably unlikely, but
probably weekly, maybe.
Yeah.
But you'd want to know updates, wouldn't you? Maybe telephone
calls.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Speedy trial.
Outside the New York City courthouse, his lawyer defiant.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Desperate to speak to his children.
How's your dad doing? How's your dad doing? Family members appeared somber as they arrived at federal court in Manhattan today.
According to media outlet TMZ, Diddy is currently not in a good place mentally. It's said that Combs's primary concern is for his children. TMZ sources...
One of the charges he's faced with is to do with children.
I'm not sure.
Trafficking.
Really?
So he's worried about his kids, but not anyone else's.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Have purported that the dad of 7 is deeply worried about his kids' well-being as he spends his time in a 10 by 8 foot cell. So much so that he is desperately wanting to speak with them. The outlet notes that the family is leaning on each other for support and turning to their faith for strength. While Combs's sons, Quincy, Justin, Christian, and Chance, are all legal adults, Love, Delilah, and Jesse are still minors. And while it's clear that his family and friends can visit periodically, it's unclear how often Diddy can call them. Arrest footage leaked.
New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week.
Have we been given a glimpse at Diddy's last moment of freedom for the foreseeable future? In footage published by TMZ, a man, allegedly Sean Diddy Combs, can be seen in a black trench coat walking into the Park Hyatt New York lobby with an entourage. It's here that we see him quickly led away by 2 men. A short time later, he is seen being escorted by 4 men out of the hotel with his hands seemingly cuffed behind his back. This as his crew look on confused. The hotel's security camera recorded the incident on Monday, September 16, 2024. Diddy had been staying at the hotel for over a week at this point. His lawyers have asserted that Combs specifically traveled to New York to, quote, surrender to authorities, thus making the arrest unnecessary and unexpected.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
In the moments and days before the arrest, footage shows Diddy enjoying his time in NYC, engaging and posing with pictures with fans.
With that, it's like a game of chess, isn't it?
Yeah.
He knows that he can't get detention if
he's
he gives himself...
he's getting legal advice all the way along there, isn't he? So,
but the police also know that if they're arresting, they can keep him in detention.
Exactly.
So it's one before the other, isn't it? It's a race to it.
He should have got in there quick, shouldn't he, if that was the case?
Yeah, he should have gone straight there.
They must have known that was a risk that the police might come and arrest him. So
it's when he says his entourage were looking confused. I'm like, have you not been reading the news, man?
I know. Well, they sort of didn't do anything either. I mean, their entourage, I'm guessing security as well. But there's just sort of like these 2 guys just walked in and just let them go.
Themselves as police, and if he's been there to give himself up, then just go quietly. Don't cause a fuss.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ends on the streets. Alleged texts released.
We're going to begin tonight with the alarming images now emerging of Sean Diddy Combs.
The new video obtained exclusively by CNN.
4 months after a 2016 surveillance video of Sean Diddy Combs allegedly assaulting his ex, Cassie Ventura, was made public, new details of the incident have emerged. This during Combs' second bail request hearing.
The texts were revealed on September 18th while Diddy was in federal court to appeal his denial of pretrial release following his arrest and indictment earlier this week.
Amid the proceedings, prosecutors read aloud alleged text messages between Diddy and Ventura. These were purportedly sent following the brutal altercation that saw Cassie violently attacked as she attempted to leave in an elevator.
It shows Combs brutally beating his then-girlfriend, singer Cassie, who prosecutors say was attempting to escape from one of Combs' so-called freak-offs, elaborated coerced sex parties that he often recorded.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, referencing the texts, claimed Diddy sent a message after the shocking assault where he pleaded with Cassie to call off the police. The texts reportedly read, quote, "Call me, the cops are here," and, quote, "I have 6 kids, I'm surrounded." The alleged victim responded in part, quote, "You think it's okay to do what you've done." It's believed more messages will be brought forth during Combs' federal trial.
Adding that the two had loved each other, in which the judge responded, "What's love got to do with that?" calling the video disturbing.
A minor legal victory.
Why Sean Diddy Combs no longer has to pay $100 million in a sexual assault case.
Amid his onslaught of troubles, Diddy has secured a minor legal victory during a motion hearing on September 18, 2024. It was here that one of his attorneys, David Fink, persuaded the judge to overturn a large judgment. The case, separate from the federal charges, involves inmate Derek Lee Cardello Smith, who has accused Diddy of indecently assaulting him.
Thought it was Lawrence Fishburne for a minute.
Hey,
Right?
He looks a bit like him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got the look.
Yeah.
After a 1997 Detroit party.
Alleged that he had encountered Combs while working at a Detroit area restaurant in 1997.
However, the judge ruled that Cardello Smith failed to properly serve the lawsuit according to Michigan law. The judge also lifted a temporary restraining order that had prevented Diddy from selling assets to cover damages. The case will now move forward as a standard lawsuit, with Diddy expected to file for its dismissal. Regardless, it's believed Diddy will win the case due to the statute of limitations, as the alleged incident occurred over 26 years ago.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Self-harm surveillance. It was revealed that upon his detention at New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, Sean Diddy Combs was placed on self-harm surveillance. However, Diddy's attorney Mark Agnifilo says that the watch directive issued by officials is nothing more than a routine measure for, quote, new high-profile inmates.
It's routine. They're going to keep him outside of the general population to monitor his psychological health, as well as to protect him, because he's such a high-profile figure that he would be a target of violence.
Furthermore, Agnifilo says that after spending 6 hours with the music magnate at the federal lockup, he can assert that Diddy is in no danger of harming himself at all. More so, Combs' defense attorney says that he was, quote, strong, healthy, confident, and focused on his defense. Agnifilo believes self-harm is not a concern for his client, and comparisons to the likes of accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein should not be made.
His team just released a statement saying that he is strong and he's looking forward to his defense.
Have you been following the details surrounding the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs? Share your thoughts on the emerging situation in the comments below.
He can continue to
Sorry.
appeal this and can appeal the bond, right? But you saw it with Ghislaine Maxwell. She continued to appeal and was not successful. Now 2 federal judges saying, you got to stay behind bars.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to stay, I think, for now, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know the song he did? Is it called I'll Be Missing You?
Yeah.
Biggie Small tribute
Yeah.
song he did. I think he has to pay Sting something like $2,000 a day.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I read.
Wow.
But apparently, P. Diddy's admitted to it on a thing, and he said it's more like $5,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot of money every day.
That is a lot of cash, that is, isn't it?
Sting's just sat there like a proper Englishman in New York, living it big.
Feet up on the table.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything else now. That's what you call an earner.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's apparently didn't get rights to the song, didn't get authorization to use the sample, and asked for it retrospectively.
Yeah.
And he declined it. And
Oh,
he had to
really?
pay. That's what he had to pay. Yeah.
Wow.
But they reckon it's one of the biggest songs of all time. So it's the
don't-
royalties he
don't-
gets probably.
Don't sample a Police record again. Or was it Sting on his own, that one?
No,
it's
it was
Police, wasn't it? Every breath you take.
Yeah, correct.
That's right, of course it was.
And no one wants a Police record anyway. Especially
He
did it.
Very fun. See what you did there. He's here all week. Yeah, I mean, clearly innocent until proven guilty, but I think he's in a lot of trouble. I don't know if I've seen a bit of that video. Was it some of it leaked about him and his estranged partner in the lift?
I've seen it. I've
Have
seen
you?
a video of him beating her.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
You know,
isn't
just
it?
for that alone, but like you said, that's the one they're talking about, the statute of limitation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
To sort of like throw it out, but it's.
But yeah, he's going to be stuck there till the trial anyway. Whether that'll be, I don't know. I'm guessing it'll be next year, will
He's
it?
got bigger issues. I'm assuming it'll be next year now. It's
Yeah.
such a high profile one. They'll have to put all the charges together. And I don't know when it's going to be. If you know, let us know. Or we could Google it. But I don't think it's out. I don't think it's out yet. Like a trial date. Probably estimated trial date.
Yeah, but we'll
I'm
keep
sure
an eye on
next
that.
year.
Any developments?
I think he's
anything,
I think he's just in a lot of
keep
shit
on top of it. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely massively. From what I've heard,
Yeah, and it's proper and it's deep shit.
Yeah, very, very
It's
bad.
not just surface stuff.
Yeah, it's not going to be. If he's found guilty of even some of it, I mean, it's not going to be a slap on the wrist. He's going to be spending a lot of time behind bars.
I always think about the same with Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't know whether she's done an appeal that's got thrown out again now.
Yeah,
whether she starts talking.
Oh no, yeah, it's
Because
always
she'll
the thing,
know a lot of stuff.
It's always a thing in it, like a plea bargain, where you
Yeah.
think, well, if I spill the beans, otherwise I'm looking at basically the rest of my life in
Rest of your
prison.
life in the slammer, yeah.
And some people are only human who might think, well, it's worth the gamble.
Yeah. And whether she takes that, I don't know, and sort of like just thinks I'll stay quiet for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Or is she going to start talking? Because start talking, we all know there's some fucking high profile names on there.
Absolutely, massively. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some big names.
And there's
out
someone
there,
you go, what? Wow, I didn't expect that. It's we've seen it over here with like one of our newsreaders
Hugh Edwards.
recently. I remember the conversation I had with you, and you were like, no.
I was like, no, absolutely not him. Might be him or him, but Hugh Edwards.
I said to you, I've heard it's Hugh Edwards, and you're like, no.
Adam, look at you just thought absolutely just nowhere near.
Yeah, and then it comes out and it was him.
Absolutely huge shock. Huge shock.
Yeah,
There's plenty more people would have put before him.
But there'd be loads of people on there where you just go, no way.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And there's rumours of people, deleting all their ex accounts and stuff like that now and scrubbing everything. Trying to get rid of history on the internet.
That won't do them any good. That once someone starts talking and But
there's some real ones that are sort of like connected that I've been reading about, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You're all
obviously you don't know what to believe online because people are going to speculate absolutely 100%.
Of course they are, yeah. Of course they are.
Yeah.
But let's wait.
It's going to develop this one, I think, isn't it?
If anyone's got any links to any other stories or anything we could that are true, just post them in below as point us in the right direction, as they say.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the comments as well. There will be a follow-up video to this as well coming right about now.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.